you guys may have seen me on TikTok, and I am that crazy trucking education lady that's kind of blowing the whistle on everything. But some people wanted me to make a YouTube channel, so here I am. Hi, let's get started. So today we're going to talk about independent dispatch companies. Buy a dispatch company, and I know that sounds kind of weird, or like this will be a shameless business plug, but it won't be. So, and I'm going to preface this that if there's going to be a lot of edit pauses in here, it's because I have to answer my phone for a customer. So don't judge me, okay? There is a difference between an established dispatch company versus the, well, I'm just going to call them COVID dispatchers. COVID dispatchers are the companies that have popped up from some class gimmick or promise to be a dispatch millionaire off of you as a carrier's back. And it's just insane the amount of independent dispatch companies that are out there right now. Honestly, it's shameful. But the difference between an actual good dispatch service and a bad dispatcher is night and day. But you truly won't know you've had a bad dispatcher until you've gotten in with a good one. Now, in my eyes, the role of a dispatcher is intended just for delegation purposes. You know, you as a carrier should not be beholden to an independent dispatch company. You know, they work for you. You don't work for them. You know, this is a common problem with trash dispatchers thinking that they own you, okay? Honestly, it's shameful because they do not own you. You are your own person, you are your own company, and they work for you. I cannot say that enough times, but anyways, let's look at a dispatch company that was shown to me last week, but I can't name any names because that's not who I am as a person, but it was a complete and utter disaster. All right. So the dispatch company was not partnered with a brokerage, and they didn't have a brokerage themselves, which is not a requirement to be a dispatch company. However, the dispatch company literally brings nothing to the table except doing exactly what you could do yourself from a freaking load board and then taking more money out of your pocket. Why does that make sense? So let's ask some questions here. Why would you delegate a series of tasks to an individual that isn't even qualified to make you more profitable? Like, stop and think about that for a second. If you have an independent dispatch company and what their true qualifications are, okay? And why did you choose that specific dispatch service? Is it because they talked a good game? You know, did they keep their promises so far? Have they gotten you the rates that they've promised? Did they just have a flashy website that you're like, oh, it's so pretty? You know, are they charging a flat rate or a percentage? If it's a flat rate, are they keeping you profitable, or are they just doing the bare minimum just to get their cut? If it's a percentage, are they factoring in their percentage, you know, on top of what they negotiate with outside brokers? And that's assuming that they aren't partnered with a brokerage or have a brokerage themselves. But do they fight for your detention pay, or do they just kind of roll over and take it and not fight for you? You know, what sort of paperwork processes do they handle for you? You know, do they do nothing for you but just troll a load board on your behalf? Are you satisfied with how they care for your business? You know, this is a small set of questions that I've just given you to ask yourself. But seriously, think about your answers. Are you happy? Are you unhappy? Because what matters is you. You know, I will use my company as an example. We believe that you as a carrier should be educated on how to do everything yourself and only come to a dispatch service when you're like, you know, fudge the paperwork, okay? Like you don't want to do it anymore. But the point is that I do not take clients unless they're at the point of a dispatcher being a want and not a need. So anywho, I'm going to keep this short. If any of you out there need me to look over dispatcher contracts or companies on your behalf, I'm more than happy to show you a few side by side to see what's the best for you, even if you're not going to choose me, because what matters is you, the carrier, not me or another dispatch company. So Like and subscribe, tell your friends. I'll be blowing the whistle on all facets of the trucking industry until I'm finally the Edward Snowden of trucking.